Hello everyone, welcome to day 16 of Tour de Fleece. It is like 7:30 at night. I've been so busy working on a knitting project today that I haven't done any spinning, but I did look out my next lot of fibre, which is actually, I think, off the back of last year's Tour de Fleece. So this has already been prepped in a way. Don't exactly remember what my plans were. I'm probably gonna have to look back on the video, but new plans. So it's already kind of split out into strands, but this was a larger braid of wool sheeps, and it's the wool fluff, and it is so one of the bands said merino and sparkle, but this, and I do see a little bit of sparkle. It's so well blended in, however, that it's very difficult to see. It's just when the light catches it every now and again that you're like, oh, there's the sparkle. So I think this is going to be a really lovely spin. I honestly think I'll probably just do a chain ply, just spin it all on one bobbin and then chain ply it later on. So I'm gonna make a start on that tonight, see how much I get done. So I just thought it was really handy that I needed a new project, and then I remembered I had this one from last year, and it was within very easy grabbing reach. Basically, it was in my crafting trolley, which is in my kitchen. So yeah, it was very easy to grab, and now I'm just gonna be able to start it. So I'm gonna get a brand new bobbin on the wheel. The finished ply from yesterday is still on the wheel. I have not taken that off today. Like I said, I've been so focused on working on a sock that I'm only sitting down to spin now. So I'm gonna get started. Hello everyone, welcome to day 17 of Tour de Fleece. I'm just out of a shower and it's like 5:20 in the afternoon. I done a whole bunch of cleaning. I felt very grotty and I just needed a shower to cool down first of all and just feel nice and clean. So this is what I got spun yesterday, and I'm really happy with this progress. I now, having done just this much, I now understand the band when it said and sparkle. It seems very glossy when it's spun up, which doesn't bother me too much, but I'm not very big on like shiny things, but it definitely sparkles a lot more when you are spinning. So it looks really good. I have no plans for this yarn. I just thought the fiber's already prepared, why the heck not work on it? Do you know what I mean? Like, otherwise it would just sit for longer. And I originally said yesterday that I was thinking of doing like a chain ply with it, and honestly I'm not convinced that is the right call, because chain ply is primarily best for like stripes or keeping colors together. I honestly think this might be best if I split it into two bobbins and do a 2-ply. Otherwise it would be too much to get onto like a plying bracelet or a plying tool. I would risk it getting like all tangled up and knotted on itself, because personally my track record with a plying tool, not so good, and then with that amount of yarn on my hand for a plying bracelet, that tends to get very tight and very sore. So I have got my next bit of fabric. I was gonna say fabric. I've been doing like a daily vlog thing today, so I'm getting a little bit confused. I've got my next bit of fibre, so I do reckon I can freely spin this one, and then I think I need to start weighing the bobbins to see like rough roughly how much is going to be on each bobbin. That does not guarantee that I will have the same amount of yarn, but from there I should then be able to turn it into a applying bracelet and not have any leftover yarn like I did with my first Tour de Fleece spin. So yeah, let's get spinning. I'm actually really excited to get spinning today. I am just a little bit hesitant. I woke up this morning with extremely stiff and sore hands. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if having the fan on at night and on my hands is making them too cold. But I still need the fan on. It's still very muggy here in Scotland. We are on a yellow weather warning for thunderstorms, but I checked and there's nothing forecast for my area, so I can only hope that those thunderstorms are just going to help the entire area, whether I hear the thunder or not, which I'm going to be really gutted if I don't hear thunder. I love thunder. Anyway, time to get spinning. Tour de Fleece is done for the day. Like, how lovely is that spinning up? It just looks really, really good. And again, if you kind of move it in the light, you can see some of the sparkle. It is very, very subtle though. It's not like overwhelmingly sparkle. I only got one bump of fibre done for the day. It is indeed really, really hurting my hand. I don't know why this one's hurting more. I think because I haven't pre-drafted it as much as I would when I'm spinning, but at the same point, pre-drafting hurts my hand as well, so it's like a lose-lose situation. So I'm only going to do one bump of fibre for today, and then tomorrow is another day, but I think I'm going to need to take it a wee bit easier for the next wee while and maybe not jump straight into like the combo spin I really, really want to do. So I think it's just looking really, really good. Really, really happy with this yarn, even though it was very spur of the moment. It was not planned at all. So yeah, I'm still on the fence if I'm going to do a chain ply or if I'm going to just do another 2-ply. I think a 2-ply would look really, really good. But there's definitely some sections where like the colour is longer and it would look nice as like a striping, but I don't know. I'm still swaying on the 2-ply, so we'll see how we get on. But I just wanted to jump on and kind of like finish up today's segment, and whereas normally like I would just pick up the next day. So here we go. Hello. It feels weird, like I didn't record yesterday at all for Tour de Fleece. I took the day off. I wanted to give my wrists and my hands a bit of a break, just because I don't really know why spinning's been particularly painful the last couple of days. Maybe it's just been too much for Tour de Fleece, but I decided to take yesterday off and I'm now going to pick it back up today. I've got my next bit of fibre and I'm going to split it down the middle just one more time, although that's going to change how the yarn looks. Okay, I think I might just sit and pre-draft just a little bit, try and make the spinning as least painful as possible. I really do. I'm enjoying spinning this yarn, spinning this fibre. The single is looking really good. I'm still aiming for a 2-ply, but in typical me fashion, I now can't find my scales. So I wrap up work tonight at 6, and then I've got the next 2 days to just kind of like chill, do what I want. We do have a flat inspection tomorrow. I really don't expect that to take very long. They're normally in and out within 5, no more than 10 minutes. I feel bad for them. They're coming all the way through from Edinburgh. But hey ho, that's not my problem. So yeah, I'm going to sit and spin this on my lunch break. Anything I don't get done on my lunch, I will pick up after work. But I'm only going to do one braid because, well, not really a braid. Let's call it a bump again. I'm only going to do one bump, and I don't want to push it If my wrists get really sore, then that's the indication to stop. So yeah, let's see how I get on. Hello everyone, it is day 21 of Tour de Fleece. I realise I recorded like some of the fibre yesterday, but I didn't actually speak to you regarding my spinning. So this is where I finished up yesterday, day 20. I only got one braid of fibre spun up, or like one bump of fibre really. Braid is more you would normally think of like a whole braid of fibre rather than like my prepared braid where it was like split and split and split. So yeah, it's looking really good. Instead of trying to find my little weighing scales, I've just decided to spin it all into one bobbin, and then I'm going to use my plying tool to put it on there like you would a plying bracelet. And then from there I will still be able to get a 2-ply. So that is my intentions for this spin. I don't know if I'm going to get it done by the end of Tour de Fleece. If I do, fantastic, amazing. The issue then still is that I still don't have my niddy noddy. I might be able to order one on Amazon and get it here tomorrow because I got paid today. But I feel like that's an unnecessary buy when I could just continue to look for the one I know for a fact is in my house. I just don't know where it is, which is the kicker. I'm really good at having stuff and then losing it. So I think I still have 2 bumps of fibre to do. Again, I'm going to aim for one today and then one tomorrow, because plying isn't as difficult on my hands. I'm not having to pinch as much. When I'm drafting, like I pinch a lot, and then when I'm spinning I'm still pinching. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully one bump today, one bump tomorrow, and then hopefully, because I know where the plying tool is, it's in my kitchen in my craft trolley thing. Hopefully I will be able to ply tomorrow as well, and that will wrap up Tour de Fleece for me. I would still love to be able to show like what my meterage and stuff is, and I'm gonna just work it out like the way my friend told me when I couldn't figure something out, and she's just like, all you have to do is measure off 1 gram, but that means I have to find my scales. So she said measure off 1 gram and then measure the meterage of that 1 gram. But if I don't find my scales, I can't do that either. So yeah, I just need the house to be like precisely organized and labeled with the stuff in boxes. Oh, I wonder if the stick from the niddy noddy is in there. Ooh, stay tuned. So as you'll have seen some from the clips that I've put in, I found my niddy noddy and I have skeined it up, and I've done a very quick calculation. So I had 417 wraps around the niddy noddy, which the niddy noddy circumference is 1.5 meters. So I have approximately 625, did I say?
Little thereabouts.
Approximately 625 meters before I soak the yarn, because there might be some shrinkage when it gets soaked and dries. So bear that in mind, but I just wanted to record before I forgot the figures, and apparently I already forgot. So it's approximately 625 meters in this amazing skein of yarn. So now I just have to give it a really good soak, and then I need to thwack it and set the twist, and hopefully, I really hope that the yarn blooms. We'll see. So this is merino silk and something else. I thankfully took a photo of the wrapper, but there is merino and silk in this, and then there's one other component to the fibre, but I can't wait to see what this looks like finished. So I will get it soaked, thwacked, and then set the twist, and then hopefully it'll be dry in a day or so. So now that I have dealt with sounds bad, it sounds negative, but now that I've had the joy of getting my first tour de fleece spin off the bobbin and skeined up and soaked, and it's now hanging out to dry, I now get to do the plying tool to get the second spin into a 2-ply, or ready to ply as a 2-ply. So we're going to use this plying tool and hopefully it will work. I have not always had success with this, but we will see. So here we go. So I have all the yarn on the plying tool, so it is now time to get the wheel set up ready to ply, and then I pop this dowel out and I can start plying. Fingers crossed it goes well. I don't always have the best result when it comes to using this plying tool, but I don't have any crossed over here. I don't have anything crossing this way, so fingers crossed it works. It would seem that the plying bracelet, or the plying tool, really now a bracelet, has defeated me once again. My singles are quite overspun in places. I've already had to snap the yarn once, and I am now totally tangled up once again and in a bit of a knot. So I'm going to try my best to keep going, but I reckon this is just going to get more knotted as I go on. I wonder if I can turn it like inside out. Yeah, you can see, especially like this section here, is completely knotting back on itself, and I think what does not help is where I've had to break the yarn. I've clearly broken it like mid tangle. So the plying bracelet may have defeated me once again, and I won't get a full yarn. This is exactly what happened last time. So I'm gonna try my best to keep going. Got it back on my wrist, rejoin this bit of yarn, see how we get on, but I'm not holding high hopes. I managed to get the ply done, and I really didn't lose too much yarn. I think I only ended up breaking the yarn twice in order to untangle what essentially became the plying bracelet, so I'm really happy with that. It is looking really good, and I have a feeling this one's going to plump up really well after it has been soaked and then the twist has been set. So I'm really excited to see how this looks. So I'm going to get it on the Niddy Noddy tonight so that it technically is still classed as a finish for the end of Tour de Fleece. So I will be able to work out roughly the meterage of this as well in just a few minutes. So I will update you in a sec. I had 134 wraps around the Niddy Noddy, so that equals approximately 201 meters. So I'm not going to soak this one tonight just because it is, what time?
10 to 11.
10 to 11 at night, but I still wanted to include it, and I really do think that this is going to plump up really well after it's soaked, so that will be a tomorrow job. But it might not be dry tomorrow, but I will definitely be having this done pretty early on tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to include it in my totals. So in all, I've spun around 800 meters worth of yarn during this Tour de Fleece, which I'm really happy with, considering how much my wrists and hands were hurting. So I think my spinning wheel will be put away just for a little while to let my hands and wrists rest, but I really do feel quite motivated to do a combo spin for a sweater, and I know exactly which one I want to do. The Traveller by Andrea Mowry. So that will be on the cards in future, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm going to go back to working on a sock whilst we're still awake, and then tomorrow's a whole new crafting day, and I need something else to fill it because I now don't have spinning. So let's see what takes my fancy.